There's a lot of kids that we see who are very bright, but they struggle with executive function. In fact, I just met with a family whose child, her son, who is a junior in high school, is actually diagnosed as gifted. His logic and reasoning skills are in like the 97th percentile. He's an excellent reader, has never struggled with reading, and up until now had no issues with math. So academically, he's superior, really strong, extremely bright. However, she asked, why is my gifted, talented, smart son getting D's and F's? And so when we looked at his assessment, it became really obvious why. Like logic and all these skills were strong, except his working memory was extremely low, and so was processing speed. And so when you have a smart child who struggles, it can be really confusing for you as a parent because you see how smart your child is, and it's like, well, then why is this not flowing through academically? It's really common for us to assume it's based on motivation. But like this child I mentioned, the 17-year-old, he joined my meeting and he was working hard. He was trying his hardest. He was just so frustrated. So executive function was the reason he was struggling. So those weak skills like working memory and processing speed were absolutely impacting his ability to cope with school. He was not completing his work or turning it in if he did it, right? So what would happen is because he processed slowly, he was overwhelmed, he couldn't get his work done in time, he had a hard time even getting started, very prone to procrastination. And then it was frustrating because when he did complete his work, he often forgot to turn it in. He was overwhelmed if it felt like he had too much on his plate or if something was too hard. He lacked the ability to persevere or break things down, break his assignments down to just knock them off and get them done. He just was overwhelmed, and so therefore he avoided it. Very common. He struggled to prioritize and plan. So just could not, figure out how to manage his time. And he also, because processing and working memory were low, he struggled with attention skills. It took so much mental energy for him to get through a school day because he couldn't process quickly that he would zone out and miss key content, which then showed up as struggles with test taking, forgetting assignments were due, or not even really hearing that it was due. So this is one of the most common profiles we work with, especially for like junior high, high school, or college students, kids who are very bright but struggle. And these kids are often extremely hard on themselves because just like you see how smart they are, well, they know they're smart. And they're trying to figure out like, why is this so hard for me? Why can't I pull it together? And it can land on them emotionally more like a what's wrong with me. And that's really hard on their self-esteem because they're kids who have all this potential but never seem to reach it. If you have a child like that or a loved one like that, or maybe that's an area that you've struggled with, give us a call because we can help. And the key is to identify why. Like this 17-year-old, it was because of weaknesses in these key cognitive skills. And we can help discern that and help individuals get past these issues.